Sweet blessings from the airwaves, guiding all through endless days. And our brothers speaking bright words, a shining light, tuning in each day, darling.
Good evening, and welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. I'm Anna, and I am your host. I am a retired school teacher, an author, an educational consultant, a jury consultant, and a health consultant. And I'm also a certified cake instructor. So, I bring a wealth of knowledge and experience to our conversations. So each week we delve into episodes and topics that enrich our lives, from education and personal development to health, wellness, and of course, the art of jewelry. This is done by providing speakers and doing workshops and just gathering knowledge that might be of interest to you. So I'm going to say, join me as we explore inspiring stories, expert insights, and practical advice to help you live that blessed and fulfilling lifestyle. Thank you again for tuning in to Sweet Blessings, where every conversation is a treasure. So let's get started. So, I've been doing this series on reset, renew, and realign. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit about realignment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little brief commercial, and then when I come back, we're gonna delve right into that conversation.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment, a perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters, and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, "I want to learn more." Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.
Welcome back. I'm Anna, your host, and we are on episode 3 of the series Renew, Reset, and Realign. So we are doing tonight realignment, and before I get started, I wanted to I can't pronounce that name, y'all, but they gave me blessings, so it said God bless you, and I'm so eternally thankful for that. You just never know. We all need God's blessings, and thank you for giving that to me. Also, now, before, I want to say that if your mind feels cluttered and your calendar feels crowded, you're not alone. But chaos doesn't always come from doing too much. Sometimes it comes from doing what no longer fits. So tonight or today, we're talking about realignment, decluttering the mind, your schedule, and your commitments so you can live with clarity. So let me bring up my presentation, because you know I got one. So clarity over chaos. Tonight we're gonna declutter our minds. We're gonna declutter our calendar. And we're gonna declutter our commitments. So we're gonna take another brief commercial, y'all, and then we're gonna come right back and we're gonna look. No, I'm sorry. No, we're not. I'm gonna move on. Just hold on. Okay. This is part of the series Reset, Renew, and Realign. Okay, and this is episode 3. And the title is Clarity Over Chaos. And it's important that you realize that, because a lot of us have chaos in our lives, and that including myself. And as we go through this, I'll tell you some of the things, that has been told to me that I do by some of my family members and so forth. So then we're going to stop here, and I'm going to take a commercial, and then when we come back, we're going to expound on the core messages of this presentation. So let me go to let's see. I think this is what I'm supposed to do. All right, welcome back. I'm Anna. I'm your host of Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, where we inspire, we encourage, and we empower you to live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. So as we broke for commercial, I told you when we come back, we're going to talk about the core messages of this presentation. So, peace. Do you all like peace? I love peace. I always tell people peace of mind is very, very important to me. I love peace. I don't like all of that. So peace increases when priorities are aligned. Peace increases when priorities are aligned. And realignment is not quitting. It's wisdom. There's nothing wrong with you realigning your goals or whatever. So there's some teaching points that I would like to cover in this. You know, the teacher always comes out in me. So mental clutter drains emotional and spiritual energy. And it really does. A lot of times you are tired. You know what I'm saying? You're, sometimes you can be irritable. You have, anxieties, all kinds of things can go on when you have mental clutter. It does drain you. I've been there. I don't know about you all, but I've been there. And it will zap you out of your emotional and spiritual energy. Overcommitment steals peace. Lord have mercy. I always overextend myself. I've always said, "Oh, I'm in overload," but I've decided that my new thing is not going to be I'm in overload, but I'm full of blessings. Because that's what it is. You're full of blessings. And you might have so many that it steals your peace. It steals your peace. Some of it makes you happy. Saying no is an act of stewardship. Now, my granddaughter says that I have a hard time saying no, which I do. But I swear to God, I'm getting better at it. I'm saying no. No, I cannot do that. No, I can't fit that in my schedule. So I am getting better with that. And that's why my overcommitment steals my peace, because I don't know how to say no if someone comes to me. I feel like if there's a need and they ask me, this is my responsibility, they must feel like I have the capacity to work it. And so, but my granddaughter says, "Granny, you have got to learn how to say no." And so I've been working on that. That's something that I have truly, truly been working on. Alignment creates margins for what matters most. And it does. When I have when my stuff is aligned, it works better for me. But when it's not, I'm all over, I'm everywhere. I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And that's when I say, "Ooh, I got to stop and get myself back together." I say it all the time, so I'm out of line all the time. But I say it all of the time. So, as we think about these teaching points, there are a few things that I feel that we need to pause and reflect on. I'm real big on reflecting. And so we need to reflect on this chaos and clarity. We need to reflect on that as well. Whatever we do, we need to reflect on it. We should ask questions about what we're doing. That's the only way that we're going to find out whether or not it's beneficial for you. So let's take a look at the reflection pauses that I have I want to invite you to pause and consider. Okay? What feels heavy right now in your life? What feels heavy right now in your life? And it might be more than one thing. Just recently, I can say that my furnace went out. Ooh, do you think I was heavy, feeling heavy? Yes. Worried? Yes. Because furnaces cost a lot of money, but God worked it out. He worked it out. I was without one for a while. No furnace in the winter, in the Midwest, cold weather. But God has a blessing for me. And so that blessing was I was thankful because I had a fireplace. And so I was able to survive until I got a new one in. And I had to replace the whole furnace. So I felt heavy. And it's been a month. The replacement hasn't been a month, but I was without a furnace for a month. And so I was feeling heavy. So, because that's recent. You know what I'm saying? The next question is, what am I doing out of obligation instead of alignment? Now that's a hard one for me. I can't think of anything that I'm doing out of obligation, just because I need to do it. I'm going to say this. I hate to say it, but I got to say it. I go to this church, and I'm a minority at that church. And it is predominantly of a different nationality, but there are all kinds of nationalities at the church. Black, Spanish, Polish, just all kinds of, different nationality. But it's predominantly Swedish people that attend the church. So when we have like holidays or things like that, sometimes they don't even mention, the other nationalities. When I think that's off, because I believe in inclusive, okay? Inclusive. And so I think I am really preparing a Black History program for our church. And I'm doing it out of obligation. I really don't have the time to do it. But I'm doing it because I feel like there's a need. It is not in my alignment. I didn't have that in my alignment. But it is a obligation instead of an alignment. And the reason that I'm doing it is because they didn't have one last year. Someone has to step up. And I guess it has to be me. And that's what my granddaughter is saying. It shouldn't be you all the time. Now, I'm not the only Black there. But the others, I guess I'm the only one that takes an initiative. Let's put it like that. I feel like that's something that needs to be shared. And so therefore, I'm doing it. Okay? And that's what I'm doing out of obligation instead of alignment, because that was not in my alignment of things to do. Where is God inviting me to create space? Well, I can say that He invited me to create the space there with the Black History program because there was a need. So He invited me there. I mean, it's going to be nice. I must say so myself. It is really coming together. So I'm very proud of that. I included, because, like I told you, I believe in diversity and inclusion. And so I included the Sunday school. I included some of the members. We are serving food, and it should be an awesome occasion. I'm hoping and praying God is with me and everything. So We're going to take another commercial, y'all, and then we'll be right back. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about some general teaching moments that I feel like you need to know, and also some just little things. So if you have something that you want to contribute to or whatever, but before I go to commercial, let me do this. I do want to let people know that I am the people who are on Facebook. Did you know that you could support me by giving me stars? Okay, because this is streamed on more than one platform. I kind of need to go over how you can help me because I need help. We all need help. So, Facebook dot com stars, you can support me that way. I also have a couple of ebooks out. Let me see if I can access that for you. So, I have these ebooks out, and you can get those ebooks at payhip.com, Sweet Blessings. Okay. They're $5 each, but they have just a wealth of knowledge, practical steps for personal growth. And then this is a series that I did, and the 30-day guide to prioritizing yourself. That's another series. I am going to add to that. I am going to do the gratitude in motion. So the gratitude in motion will be coming out shortly. It will be an ebook as well that you can just download. If I do ebooks, it becomes very, very cost effective for my clients to purchase them. Also, I do have a YouTube channel that would love for you to subscribe to it, which I have down there at the bottom. Also, I have a website, y'all. This is my website. And if you go to my website, you'll see all my businesses. I have my podcast there. My jewelry is there. My cake decorating is there. Everything, what I did was I put it under the umbrella of Anna's Lifestyles. So if you want to go there and get tips, I do write a blog also, so you can, go there. And if you have some information or you want some information, this is my email, so you can email. So in case you might want to be a guest on my show, I do have advertising packets and sponsored packets and commercial packets, and you might even want to be a guest on my show. So if you're interested in that, you can use that website, or you can use my information at Anna's Lifestyle LLC. Also, I would like for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I said that, and I believe I did it all. This is my website for my jewelry. This is my Facebook page, and this is where I do most of my going lives there. And now we're going to take that commercial. I had to put that in because I just did not know. Sometimes I forget, y'all. The senior part comes. The senior part, when you have those senior moments, it comes into play. So we're going to take that brief commercial, and then we'll be right back.
Hey, oh, yeah, hey, hi.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I just wanted to let you know that Soul Lady Wigs is one of my affiliates, and they have the best wigs. It's a lot of people have good wigs out here. They're kind of pricey, but they're well worth it, I think. I will be wearing a few of them. Okay. A few of them when I stop having these little hot flashes, okay? Because I do get them. They say you're supposed to stop, but I don't believe it, okay? So let's move on. I want to talk to you about some gentle teaching moments. And some of these, it's just two, but I'm sure that you have heard them before. The first one is not everything you can do is something you should do. Now, your mother might have told you that one, okay? There's a lot of things out here you can do, but should you do it? That's the question, okay? And then the next one is realignment requires honesty, courage, and trust. Trust that peace is more valuable than people pleasing. Because we do have people out here, their main goal is to please other people. Please yourself. Do things for you. In turn, when you do those things for you, you're doing things for others as well. They can reap the benefits as well. So try not to be a people-pleasing person. Try to get that peace of mind. Because if you have that peace of mind, I think it'll stop a whole bunch of all this crazy mess that's going on out here, and people doing all kind of crazy things, and we just gotta have God in our life. Gotta have that. So in summary, what I really want you to take away from this episode is when you remove what doesn't belong, you make room for clarity, peace, and purpose. When you remove what doesn't belong, you make room for clarity, peace, and purpose. So this evening we're going to take our last commercial, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to close this out. Sorry, y'all. These things are crazy.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
All right, we are back, and I am so thankful. I want to thank you all for tuning in to Sweet Blessings, the NL Brothers Show and Podcast, where we inspire, we encourage, and we empower you to live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight on Sweet Blessings. I hope something shared inspired, encouraged, and empowered you to live with intention, walk in faith, and shine your light. Remember, you are here for a purpose. You are capable, and you are called to make an impact. Until next time, stay encouraged, stay empowered, and as always, sweet blessing to you. And don't forget about my 3 L's. Live your life to the fullest. Laugh, because it is very good for you. And then the last thing is to love. Self-love, you all, is so important. So make sure that you love yourself. You have a great evening. See you next Wednesday.